Ladies and gentlemen, this is Monday Night Raw, and we're 2 weeks away from the Great American Bash, and we're coming to here in Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. And we are kicking things off on Monday Night Raw with the over-the-top rope 8-man battle royal for the vacated Intercontinental title. The following contest is an over-the-top rope 8-man battle royal, and it's for the vacated Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, from Davenport, Iowa, weighing 217 pounds, Seth Rollins, as the Kingslayer makes his way to the ring. Seth Rollins is in the house for Monday Night Raw, and he looks to become the Intercontinental Champion. Seth Rollins, he is the man. He is Seth freaking Rollins. He is the Kingslayer. He's also known as the Architect. Anyway, Seth Rollins is currently in the ring, awaiting the arrival of the other opponents. And oh my God! I don't believe this. Diamond Dallas Page is back in the WWE. He is the master of the Diamond Cutter. I don't believe that he's here on Monday Night Raw. All the way from the Jersey Shore, here in Chi-Town, Chicago, Illinois. I just still can't believe that DDP is back. Here on Raw. That was the surprise entry, ladies and gentlemen, but here comes The Miz. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the most fussy superstar in the history of the WWE. The Miz is currently making his way to the ring, and he is definitely wanting that Intercontinental title back that Dean Ambrose beat him for at both Payback and Vengeance. Of course, Dean Ambrose had to relinquish the Intercontinental title because last week he was brutally injured by Braun Strowman. So you will want that title back, I do know that. Wait a minute. Kalisto. Kalisto is here on Monday Night Raw. You know, Kalisto, he is a luchador. He's very deserving of the Intercontinental title. Which I could actually agree with. He is deserving of that Intercontinental title. We'll see the next entrance says, oh lordy, the Brian Kendrick. He is here, unfortunately. Ladies and gentlemen, the Brian Kendrick is making his way to the ring for this over-the-top rope 8-man battle royal. This is going to be hard to call, but the winner of this match will be the vacated Intercontinental Champion. Will be the new Intercontinental Champion. The Brian Kendrick, he is a former WWE Tag Team Champion with Paul London. He could be the Intercontinental Champion before this night is done. Here comes the Eater of Worlds, Bray Wyatt. As Bray Wyatt is making his way to the ring for this over-the-top rope 8-man battle royal. Lord knows that he is a former WWE champion. And he's making his way to the ring to hopefully win the Intercontinental title here tonight on Monday Night Raw. The Eater of Worlds is in the house for Monday Night Raw. They call Bray Wyatt the Eater of Worlds. He is the Eater of Worlds for a reason. And he's showing it here tonight on Raw. And again, this is a battle royal where the only way to win is to throw your opponent over the top with both feet hitting the floor. And here comes Finn Balor. And the Balor Club is in full force for Monday Night Raw. He's also known as the Demon King, but he doesn't decide to bring the demon here tonight. Finn Balor is a former NXT champion, and he's also he was the first ever Universal Champion in history. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Finn Balor is currently making his way to the ring. What a huge matchup it will be. A huge over-the-top rope 8-man battle royal. The winner will be the Intercontinental Champion. But a huge main event we'll have for you tonight, though, as well, as The Rock will go one-on-one with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. That's all to come in our main event tonight. What an amazing entrance for Finn Balor. Here comes another man that wants to be an Intercontinental Champion. Oh, here comes the man from Stony Mountain, Georgia. Here comes Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews also is wanting that title, just like all 7 of these other men are wanting that title. Dean Ambrose vacated due to injury. However, Diamond Dallas Page was a surprise entry into this match. I wonder what edge he'll have in this match, seeing as how he hasn't been in the ring for a long time. He might just become the Intercontinental Champion, but so might Apollo Crews or any of these men in this match. Again, the Intercontinental title is on the line. And you know, Diamond Dallas Page went right after The Miz. The Miz was the very first elimination in this match. Diamond Dallas Page almost got eliminated here by Seth Rollins. Wait a minute, Diamond Dallas Page. A nice power bomb. And Bray Wyatt just got eliminated by DDP. And Dallas Page has been impressive so far in this match, despite the fact that he hasn't been in the ring for a while. DDP, what's he doing here? I thought he was going to hit the diamond cutter. What a nice maneuver there by Apollo Crews in this match. Seth Rollins, he's about to be eliminated here. Kelly is still breaking it up. Well, a nice moonsault. A nice moonsault by Kalisto. Kalisto is literally doing an athletic advantage over DDP. And a great battle royal. This is bananas. Wait a minute, Finn Balor. Finn Balor's been eliminated. These fans are chanting Finn, 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 but Finn Balor's just been eliminated. From this battle royal here. Wait a minute. Apollo Crews has now been eliminated here. I think DDP is cleaning house here tonight. And now Seth Rollins looking to eliminate Kalisto. He hasn't been eliminated yet. Wait a minute, wait a minute. What a nice maneuver there. And Seth Rollins with a super kick. And Seth Rollins just eliminated DDP. Now it's down to Kalisto. And Seth Rollins, the winner of this match, will be the Intercontinental Champion. And now Seth Rollins looking at that Phoenix Splash. But Kalisto counters. Seth Rollins, wait a minute. Kalisto with a Listo kick. Kalisto with a Listo kick. A devastating Listo kick. Kalisto, oh my God. Hurricane Rana sending Seth Rollins to the mat. We have a new Intercontinental Champion. Kalisto has done it. Kalisto has become the Intercontinental Champion. Well, Diamond Dallas Page pretty much cleaned house in this match until he was eliminated by Seth Rollins. And Kalisto, however, eliminated Seth Rollins with a Hurricane Rana. And now Kalisto is the new Intercontinental Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we got a triple threat match to determine the #1 contender for the Raw Women's title between Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Mickie James, who's making her return tonight. Mickie James with a huge night. It is here on Monday Night Raw. Here comes the Irish last kicker, Becky Lynch. The following contest is a triple threat match to determine the #1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. Introducing first, from Dublin, Ireland, Becky Lynch. Well, as Becky Lynch is currently in the ring, she has a triple threat matchup to determine the #1 contender for the Raw Women's title at the next Raw exclusive pay-per-view, the Great American Bash. And a huge matchup this is gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. Because now it's boss time. And from Boston, Massachusetts, the boss, Sasha Banks! Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed boss time. As Sasha Banks is making her way to the ring. You know, Sasha Banks, she is a former Raw Women's Champion in this universe mode. She also wants that title back at the Great American Bash. But she has to go through 2 other women in this matchup to become the #1 contender. Here comes Mickie James. And from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James! Well, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Richmond, Virginia, Mickie James is here in Chicago. And she was in Chicago at WrestleMania 22. She's in Chicago here tonight on Monday Night Raw as well. What a great match this is going to be here tonight. Referee calls for this matchup to start. Here we go. Bringing up Becky Lynch. When she was trying to slam Sasha Banks, Sasha Banks countered. Now Mickie James is on the attack. What a way to start things off for this matchup here tonight. A double team the neck breaker by Mickie James and Becky Lynch. Now Mickie James gets to roll out of the ring to regroup for a bit. You know, Sasha Banks, she says she wants that women's title back. And the triple threat matches are every woman for herself. And Sasha Banks is taking advantage of that stipulation, every woman for herself. Becky Lynch. Nice maneuver there by Mickie James trying to get back into this match. Well, Sasha Banks is being Irish whipped into the corner, and a nice drop kick, sending Sasha Banks out of the ring. Now Sasha Banks is back in control. In this neck breaker though, by Mickie James, and now Sasha Banks has to roll out of the ring. It's readjustment time to regroup for the boss. Now this fireman's carry out and Mickie James. Lynch and this cover of the matchup. Lynch still kicks out. Sasha Banks will bankrupt the neck breaker. This could be it. But Becky Lynch and Becky Lynch gets the shoulder up. James interrupted that exploder suplex. And Mickie James with the women's DDT. Now Mickie James really on fire here. Cover on Sasha, and Sasha Banks just kicks out of that women's DDT by Mickie James. The cover goes Sasha though. But then again, Mickie James kicks out of it. And what a nice maneuver there, using Mickie James's maneuver, the Mick kick. And now, Lynch is back in this matchup. Now, Sasha Banks still keeps on fighting in this match. You know, Becky Lynch keeps kicking out. And Becky Lynch with a back exploder suplex. But Sasha Banks breaks it up. Now Becky Lynch with a disarmer on Sasha Banks. This could be it. And Sasha Banks counters. Sasha Banks really breaks things up here. Becky and Sasha Banks gets snake-eyed under the turnbuckle. And Sasha Banks again kicks out. And Mickie James with a neck kick. Mickie James with a neck kick. This could be it. One. And Becky Lynch kicks out. Sasha Banks back with the back. The Banks bankrupt. This could be it, and Mickey James kicks out. Now Sasha Banks with a nice maneuver there, backstabber, flipping her over into the Banks statement. But the referee realized that Becky Lynch's foot was underneath the bottom rope. No, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks, the Banks statement, and Mickey James. And then Mickey James fights out a Banks statement. And Sasha Banks kicks out. What a great matchup this is being here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And Sasha Banks falls into a back body drop. Now, Mickey James, a nice maneuver there. Lynch not wearing it here tonight, and Becky Lynch kicks out. Sasha Banks finally gets back to her feet. Mickey James sees that coming with a fireman's carry. I should say, what firewoman's carry? No, Sasha Banks is just hammering away on Mickey James here. There's powerbomb, sit down powerbomb by Mickey James. And Mickey James with a neck kick. Mickey James with a neck kick. To Sasha Banks, and now Hurricane Rana. This could be it. Becky Lynch kicks out. Sasha Banks fell victim to that neck kick. And now Sasha Banks. This could be it. 1, 2. And Becky Lynch kicks out. And Becky Lynch, wait a minute, Sasha counters. Sasha Banks with a reversal. Now Becky Lynch, wait a minute. Body slam. That was a dragon sleeper sort of maneuver, but wait a minute, Mickey James breaks it up. And Sasha Banks still keeps on fighting in this match. What a counter roll. And Sasha Banks counters. And Sasha Banks gonna roll up. 1, 2, and Becky Lynch kicks out. Sasha Banks, a nice snap suplex into the cover. And Mickie James had her foot by the ropes, forcing Sasha Banks to break it. Now Sasha, a nice drop kick here. And Sasha Banks looking for a bankrupt neck breaker. Bankrupt neck breaker. This could be it. And Becky Lynch breaks things up again. Becky Lynch possibly looking for a disarmer. Becky, Sasha Banks. The Banks statement. Banks statement is now locked in. And Becky Lynch taps out. Sasha Banks is the new #1 contender for the Raw Women's title. At the Great American Bash. She has to go one-on-one with Nia Jax at the Great American Bash now. At the end here, Sasha Banks gets the victory here tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, we have our main event this evening as the People's Champion, The Rock, goes one-on-one with the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. These two men are cousins. So this should be a great main event this evening on Monday Night Raw. And at the Great American Bash, The Rock is facing off against Roman Reigns for the Universal title, and here comes Samoa Joe first to the ring. The following contest is our main event of the evening, and it is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Huntington Beach, California, the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe! Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Samoan submission machine is currently entering the squared circle. And he is in the main event this evening on Monday Night Raw to face off against the most electrifying man in sports entertainment today, The Rock. And a huge main event this is, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. And making his way to the ring from Miami, Florida, weighing 265 pounds. The most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock! Well, ladies and gentlemen, he is without shadow of a doubt the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. He is The Rock. And The Rock is making his way to the ring for the main event this evening. What a huge main event this is for the Brahma Bull. He's going one-on-one with Samoa Joe in the main event. And what a huge main event this is, I might add. And what an electrifying atmosphere here in Chicago for The Rock. Of course, the place was deathifying for The Rock back in Miami on Monday Night Raw when he made his return to the WWE. The referee calls for the match to start. Here we go. Rock with a right hand to the Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe. But Samoa Joe tries to counter, but The Rock counters. But wait a minute, snap suplex to The Rock by Samoa Joe. Now Samoa Joe hammering away on The Rock and hits a DDT. Now Samoa Joe with a nice senton. But The Rock counters. The Rock counters with a nice move on the arm of Samoa Joe. The Rock, I don't know what he was thinking here, but Samoa Joe. Joe with a nice countermeasure. Samoa Joe just got driven. He just got driven out of the ring. And Undertaker will return at the Great American Bash, facing Braun Strowman inside Hell in a Cell. And of course, The Rock also is returning tonight in this main event of the evening. And now Samoa Joe with a nice Boston Crab. They call him the Samoan submission machine because of his expertise in submission holds. And The Rock with a nice maneuver there, taking down Joe. The Rock, wait a minute, Samoa Joe counters. Samoa Joe with the reversal. Now Joe with a nice maneuver here on The Rock. A nice maneuver off the ropes by Samoa Joe. And now The Rock is in trouble. Then cover. And The Rock kicks out at 2 after that collision. How much does The Rock have left? The Rock with a side Russian leg sweep on Joe. I think one thing The Rock better look out for, and that's the Samoan submission machine submission hold, the coquina clutch. But anyway, The Rock gets backdropped out of the ring. I don't think he meant to get backdropped out of the ring. As you can see, Samoa Rock gets back in the ring. And The Rock, Samoa Joe with a nice maneuver there on The Rock. But wait a minute, Rock counters into a modified DDT. Now The Rock is just hammering away on Samoa Joe. And now The Rock is in pure control of this main event. Now The Rock needs to find a counter of some sort. The Rock fights out of it with a fist right to the midsection. 2 fists, midsection of the Rock. I don't know what he was thinking there. But the Rock told Samoa Joe to bring it. I think that might have been a mistake on behalf of the Rock. And now the Rock gets knocked off the ring apron. And now some Rocky sucks chants echoing out throughout this whole arena here. Now, the Rock, I think he's thinking about the Rock bottom that Samoa Joe counters. Samoa Joe with a reversal. Now what's Joe thinking here? Oh my God, looking for that coquina clutch. Coquina clutch. Coquina clutch is locked in on the Rock. Wait a minute. The Rock counters the coquina clutch. Not too many men are known to counter, get out of that coquina clutch, where the Rock just did. And Samoa Joe looking to Samoan drop the Rock. The Rock explodes on the clothesline. The Rock is literally in control now, taking over this matchup against Samoa Joe. But wait a minute. Irish whip into the corner goes Samoa Joe, taking the Rock into the corner. The Rock counters and hits a crossbody on Samoa Joe. Wait a minute. The Rock counters. Rock counters with 2 elbows. And a nice elbow right to the forehead. And now these fans are getting behind the Rock. Irish whip. Wait a minute. A nice gut buster. It's Samoa Joe. Now Samoa Joe is back in control into the cover. And the Rock kicks out of it. And the Rock keeps on countering with the greatest of ease here. And the Rock spine buster to Samoa Joe. The Rock hits the spine buster. And the Rock about to hit the most electrifying move in sports entertainment, the People's Elbow. People's Elbow connects on Samoa Joe. This could be it. 1, 2, and Samoa Joe, he just gets the shoulder up after the People's Elbow. How did Samoa Joe kick out of the People's Elbow? Not too many individuals were able to kick out of the People's Elbow. But Samoa Joe just did. here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And The Rock still is kicking out. Still is fighting. But The Rock has to roll out of the ring for right now for the time being. Samoa Joe gets thrown back in the ring by The Rock. No, Samoa Joe just got busted open. But The Rock hits the spine buster again. But The Rock is gonna go for it again. The most electrifying move on Samoa Joe again. The cover, 1, 2. Good night, nurse. No! No, Samoa Joe kicked out of a rock bottom and two people's elbows. That still wasn't enough to put The Rock away. The Rock is fighting. He's fighting. And The Rock gets sent face first into the turnbuckle. Samoa Joe with a power bomb, a sit-down power bomb. Samoa Joe, though, setting Rock up in the corner. I don't know what Joe was thinking of. I think he was thinking that Hedzagiri to The Rock. Oh, wait a minute. Samoa Joe counters. The Rock, however, kicks out. Now The Rock hits another clothesline after rolling out of the ring. And now The Rock with another clothesline. And now Samoa Joe. It's a nice maneuver there, off the ropes. Rock still kicks out though. Now fans in attendance are chanting for The Rock. The Rock hits it, The Rock bottom. The Rock hits The Rock bottom. This could be a huge victory for The Rock. Into the cover, hooks the leg, 1, 2. Wait a minute. Samoa Joe kicked out of 2 rock bottoms, 2 people's elbows. And Samoa Joe is still fighting after that. I don't believe it. Now The Rock is hammering away. Samoa Joe. The Rock keeps on countering with those tremendous reversals. Samoa Joe with a German suplex. Now he's looking at that Chimeraplex. Samoa Joe with a Chimeraplex to The Rock. Now, what does The Rock have to do to put Samoa Joe away? That elbow and that clothesline. The Rock is hammering away on Joe, trying to put him away. Rock counters. Rock! Another rock bottom. Another rock into the cover. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. The Rock does it. What a great match this was for Samoa Joe. But The Rock gets the victory here on Monday Night Raw. The Rock has done it. Good night, ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago.